Alright, so today in this video, I'm going to create a full stack web application using AI, which includes all the complex stuff like databases, authentication, backend, frontend, and all that cool stuff. And what exactly are we building, you ask? Well, we are building a AI content detection software. So if you open Google and search for AI content detector, you'll be able to find a bunch of these top ranking pages, which makes more than $50,000 per month. And that's exactly what we are going to build today in this video. Now, if that sounds interesting, without wasting further ado, let's jump straight in. And now for incorporating AI features into our app, more specifically the AI content detection feature, we'll be using Eden AI. Eden AI is a full stack AI platform that you could use to integrate some of the best AI models with customized workflows into your application in a couple of clicks. So think about it. How cool will it be if you could go ahead and select the perfect AI model for your application or the use case, connect the data sources, design the AI workflow without writing any code, and integrate the same into your app with a simple API in minutes. So this is what Eden AI has to offer, and this is the reason we're going to use Eden AI in our video for this particular app today. Let's say I want to create a AI content detection platform where users could paste a piece of text and see if it is an AI generated one. For this, I could log into my Eden AI account, use the AI content detection API, and integrate it into my application in a single click. Not just that, Eden AI comes with a bunch of other ready to use APIs for code generation, background removal, video generation, custom chatbot, face detection, object tracking, and more. And the best part, if you can't find the specific model that you're looking for, you can use the Eden AI workflow builder to create a custom one from scratch to meet your requirements. Now, if that sounds interesting, without wasting further ado, let's jump straight in. Alright, so this right here is Eden AI, and this is the full stack AI platform that we'll be using today to incorporate AI content detection feature into our app. And again, to access the same, all you gotta do is to click the first link in the description below, and you can go ahead and sign up for a new account. And as you can see, they have over 100 plus AI models that you could use in your app in a single click. And you can also go ahead and create custom workflows, which I'll show you in a bit, and also integrate the same into your app. So all you gotta do is to head over to the same and go ahead and sign up for a new account. And once you log in, this is going to be the kind of dashboard screen that you will see. And again, to create the actual app, we'll be using lovable.dev. And again, to access lovable.dev, go ahead and click on the second link in the description below and go ahead and you can start using lovable.dev. Now coming back to Eden AI, here you will be able to find a bunch of different AI APIs that you could start using right away within a single click. You don't even have to go through any kind of tedious setup process or anything. All you gotta do is to click on this AI API section, click on the all option, and here you'll be able to find all these AI APIs. For example, we have the AI content detection one, the API that we are about to use in our application. And other than that, we have a bunch of others like background removal, bank check parsing, code generation, custom chatbot. We have custom classification, deepfake detection, then we have emotion detection, and a lot more. And again, you can also go ahead and access or view all the APIs category wise. For example, if I click on this generative option, I have this LLM chat, prompt optimization, text to speech, and in the image section, I have face compare, face detection, image embeddings, face recognition, and a lot more. And now let's say you went through all the AI APIs readily available within Eden AI and you are not able to find the exact one that you're looking for. You can go ahead and use this create workflow option to create a custom workflow tailored to your use case. I'll show you that in a bit. But for now, let's say I want to use AI content detection. All I gotta do is to click on this option, and this is where you can go ahead and start using the API. And the cool thing about Eden AI is that the platform will allow you to kind of use the API even without integrating the same into your, let's say, app. For example, if you scroll down, you'll be able to find a section called live testing. And here you can go ahead and test the API without integrating the same into your app. This means you can go ahead and try the API beforehand, even before integrating the same. And this way you can potentially save a lot of time. And now to test this particular AI content detection API, all I gotta do is to paste a piece of text in here, select the provider and click on the launch option, and the AI will go ahead, or the platform will go ahead and run this particular prompt with these selected providers and show us the result. And again, Eden AI provides multiple providers for each of these APIs. In this context, let's say for this AI content detection API, we have a couple of providers like Originality AI, Sapling, and Winston, and you can also find the cost associated with each models. And again, the cool thing about Eden AI is that they have a pay as you go billing model. That means you'll be only paid, or you'll only have to pay for things that you use, right? So you don't have to pay any subscription fee or a monthly subscription fee. You're only paying for what you use, and that's also one USP about Eden AI. And now just as to test the API even before using it, I went ahead and pasted a piece of AI content in here. And now I can go ahead and select the providers. For this one, let's say I want to test it using Sapling and Winston AI. So I could select the providers. And if you want to, you can also go ahead and select all of these and click on the launch option. And now the Eden AI platform will go ahead and run it through these particular providers, that is Sapling and Winston AI, and show you the results in here. And as you can see, we passed AI content in here, and the AI score is 99 and 100, which is obviously expected, right? So you can also find a visual representation of the same, and it says AI generated 100%, AI generated 100%. And if you want to view the API response, you can view it in here. You can expand the items, go each line by line, view the AI score and AI score detail for each line that the AI has tested for. So this is how you use the AI API within this platform, right? And now let's just go ahead and start building our AI content detection platform like the SaaS application. And I'll also introduce this workflow option and how to use the same in a bit. But for now, I'll go to Lovable and I'll go ahead and say, create a AI content detection website using the API from Eden AI. So this is the main prompt that I will give. And again, I'll also have to go ahead and copy the actual API code. For that, I can go to Eden AI. Now come over to here. And since we are using JavaScript, I'll select the JavaScript option. And all you're going to do is to copy this particular part right here. Okay. And now I'll head back to Lovable and I'll say, as for detecting the AI content, use the API implementation below. And I can paste the same in here. So it says create a AI content detection website using the API from Eden AI. And this is the initial prompt that we'll give, and we'll go ahead and take it up from here. Maybe I can also go ahead and say the user will enter a piece of text and hit the check button, and the website will show the score from 0 to 100 to let users know whether the content is generated using AI. And now I will also need to pass the response format to Lovable. For that, I'll head back to Eden AI and click on this documentation option. And another cool thing about Eden AI is that they have an extensive documentation that you can refer to and find all the required information. And in here, if I scroll down and let's say click on this one right here, 200 response sample, you'll be able to find how exactly they're going to structure the response. So I'll go ahead and copy this one from here and head back to Lovable, and I'll say the API response will be in the form and hyphen, again paste the same, and I can hit enter. Now within seconds, Lovable will go ahead and start writing the code, implement the front end, create the API endpoints, and also will go ahead and implement authentication, database, and all that cool stuff. So let's wait for it to complete writing the code. And now one more feature within Eden AI that is worth mentioning is the fallback providers option. For example, in this case, let's say I used this AI content detection and we have a couple of providers right here, right? So it says Originality AI, Sapling, and Winston AI. So let's say I'm using Originality AI. So I could go ahead and put it as the provider as Originality AI. Now I could also go ahead and put Sapling or Winston AI as a fallback provider right here. So what it basically means is that if for any reason, let's say Originality AI did not work or it fails to work as expected, the Eden AI platform will go ahead and use a provider within the fallback providers and start using the same. So this way you can be absolutely sure that your app will be up and running no matter what. And even if a provider, does not really work for any reason, you can still fall back and use the fallback provider, and that's also a cool feature within Eden AI. And to implement the same, you can just go ahead and copy this fallback providers option and put it in the payload object and should be pretty much good to go. And now as you can see, lovable.dev is creating our application. It is installing all the packages, taking care of all the styling, backend API and all that stuff, and let's wait for it to complete coding the same. Alright, so this right here is the basic version of the app that Lovable has created for us, and it says check if your content was written by AI or human, and it says you can enter your text in here, click on the check text option, and it should probably or hopefully show us the result or the AI score. And now if I go ahead and paste a piece of AI generated content in here and click on the check text option, it will go ahead and analyze the content and say if it is an AI generated one. And this one right here is 100% AI generated. I copied it from AI platform, and I'll go ahead and click on the check text option, and let's see if our AI content detector is able to flag the same. And as you can see, the AI detection score is 100% and highly likely that is a AI generated one. So the basic functionality of our AI content detector is actually working. And now I went ahead and pasted a piece of AI written content and human written content and passed both in as one input, and I went ahead and clicked on this check text option, and right now it says it is 46% human written. Okay, cool. Okay. And next up, let's just go ahead and further implement other features, and we'll start with user authentication. For that, I'll go ahead and say, I want to add user authentication on the app, and I can hit enter. And now for implementing authentication databases and all other features, Lovable will use Superbase under the hood. So you'll have to go ahead and create a Superbase account and add a project and connect it before you can start using it. And it says, please connect your Superbase project. So I'll go ahead and click on this Superbase option, and I've already connected my Superbase account. And if this is your first time, you'll find a button that says connect, or like connect your Superbase account. And all you gotta do is to click on that button, and it will redirect you to Superbase, and you can authorize the application. And now I'll go ahead and click on this option, and let's say create new project, and it should now open up Superbase, and I'll be able to create a new project. AI content, enter a password, select a region, let's put Singapore, and I'll go ahead and click on the create new project option. And now it will take a while, so let's wait for it to complete. And as you can see, Superbase is creating our free project, so it will take some time. And meanwhile, I'll go ahead and introduce the custom workflow option in Eden AI. So if you come over to Eden AI and click on this workflow option and click on the create workflow option. Okay, wait a second. Okay, you can go ahead and click on this option that says create from scratch, and let's say demo, create from scratch, and click on the create project option. You can go ahead and create a custom workflow that you could use to integrate into your app. For example, you went through all the AI APIs that is available within Eden AI, and if you're unable to find the one that suits your use case, you can go ahead and create one from scratch using this interactive AI workflow builder. Okay, and now once you're done, you can copy the API code and start using it right away. Let me show you. First up, let's say I want to accept a piece of text from the user. So here they have already by default given us an input option, and it says the user can enter a piece of text. And if you want to, you can change it to number, boolean, file URL, or even file. For now, this looks good to me. So I'll go ahead and click on cancel. And next up, let's say I will accept a piece of, let's say text from the user, and I'll add a prompt optimizer. So I'll go ahead and click on this option right here. Click on the plus option, and here you'll be able to find a bunch of different workflows like chat, code generation, image embeddings, multimodal chat. Then if we go to the image section, you can find image AI detection, image anonymization, image background removal, and a lot more. For example, you could go ahead and put a file as the input in the first step, and then select AI image detection, and then you can go ahead and further give us the output to show if the image is AI generated or not. Now in this case, let's just go ahead and say prompt optimization. Okay, here we have prompt optimization. So I'll accept a piece of text from the user, and I'll go ahead and add this prompt optimization, and I want to add it to the workflow. And as for the provider, I'll go ahead and let's say use, okay, GPT-4 looks good, so I'll put it in here. And as for the text, I want to insert the value from the previous node, so I click on this option and click on, let's say, input, looks good, add value from input, and click on save. And now the input text comes from this particular node right here. Okay, so the input that we pass. And next up, I can use the target provider, and for this one, let's say I'll put OpenAI. Okay, looks good. And I want to get the optimized the one as output. So here we already have the output one. And now let's just say you want to add another one or another workflow in between these two. You can go ahead and click on this plus option and select another one, add that. For example, you can go ahead and add video generation, image detection, etc., etc. You can go ahead and add the one that you want. And again, if you don't want to manually do this, you also have an option to generate the workflow using AI as well. I'll show you that in a bit. But for now, I accept our input and I pass it through this prompt optimization, and then I get this output right here. And if I click on this run workflow option, the Eden AI platform will go ahead and create that workflow for me, and also give me a piece of API code that I could integrate into my app and start using it right away. How cool, right? So earlier we went ahead and copied all this code for AI content detection and all that, right? In a similar fashion, you can go ahead and copy this particular code from here and start using it. And you can go ahead and enter the text in here and click on the test workflow option to check if this is actually working. And now if you want to, you can also use this AI feature to create this one. For example, I could say create a prompt optimizer. Okay. And I can click on the send option. And now the AI will go ahead and create a prompt optimizer workflow that I could start using. Basically exactly the same like that we built manually. So let's wait. And as you can see, now the AI has created the workflow for now. And as you can see, it is even better than the one that I created manually. So we have the input field, then we have prompt optimization, then the chat, and then the output. So in a similar fashion, you can go ahead and build a custom workflow and start using it in your application as well. So that's also one more cool feature that is available within Eden AI. Now heading back to Supabase, as we can see the project status, it's running. So I'll head back to Lovable and I can say, okay, I can actually connect it again. So click on the connect option, click on connect. And now this particular Supabase project will be connected to this particular Lovable project. Essentially, we are adding a fully fledged backend to our application. So let's wait for it to complete. All right, so our app is now connected to Supabase. Now I'll go ahead and say implement user authentication in the app and hit enter. Okay, so it is creating a couple of tables, RLS policies and all that, and also edge functions. So all I gotta do is to click on this apply changes option, and Lovable will go ahead and add all these migrations and apply the same to our Supabase project. And before that, I might also want to go to, let's say, authentication section, click on providers and email and disable confirm email option and click on save. Otherwise, you'll have to configure a SMTP service, which is actually something that we don't want to do now. And again, heading back, migration is applied, and okay, it's creating the authentication UI and the logic in the application. And again, even though I used lovable.dev for this project, it is not necessary that you'll have to use Lovable. If you are comfortable working in a different platform, let's say Bolt or Cursor or vSphere, Windsurf, whatever platform that you want to, you can go ahead and follow pretty much exactly the same step, and the AI will do the rest. And for just demonstration purpose, I'm using lovable.dev. So you're free to choose whatever AI platform that you want to. And now it says it has implemented a complete authentication system. And here we have a sign in page. So let's say this is my first time and I want to sign up for a new account. I can click on the sign up option, put my email in here. Let's put a random password, click on sign up, and hopefully it works. Success. Okay, please check your email to verify account. Actually, we have disabled email verification, so we should be good to go. I can sign in. Oh yes. And if I head back to the authentication and click on users option, I should be able to see the user. Let me refresh it. And there you have it. So we have our user right here. So every time a new user signs up on your app, you'll be able to find the list of all users right here. All right. And we also have this logout button right here. So that's pretty much it. Okay. So the core functionality of our app is actually working now. And let's just say I want to add a history section where we want to store all the past generation and also the score. So I'll go ahead and say, I want to create a history page where I can view my all past AI content checks. I want to keep both the content and the score. Okay, basically I want to create a section where I could visit and view all the past checks and also the score associated with that check. And I'll go ahead and click on send and let's see. Okay, so first we need to create a new table called as content checks. Then we'll create a couple of policies, click on apply changes and let's wait. Okay, the migration has been applied successfully, and now Lovable will go ahead and create the history section. And every time we do a check, the same will be added to the history page. And in the future, we can go ahead and check it. Okay, so that's what we are basically aiming for. So let's see. All right, so it seems like it's done, and we have the history button right here. And if I click on that one, I should be able to view the content and the AI score. For example, let me just go ahead and paste a piece of content, click on the check text option, and okay, so it says it is 100% AI generated. And if I head back to, let's say, history, I'm unable to view it in here. And also we have an error. So I'll go ahead and click on the try to fix option and let's wait. So the history feature is not working as expected. So let's use AI to fix it itself. So let's wait. All right, so it seems like the error is gone. So I can go ahead and paste a piece of content again and click on the check text option. And the AI detection score is 100%, and it says highly likely that it is AI generated. And I can go ahead and click on the history option and I should be able to see the same, right? So I have the content in here, the date in here, and also the AI score. How amazing, right? I created all of this using just AI. And next up, let's just say I want to create a landing page for our app. So I can go ahead and say, create a modern looking landing page for my app at / let's say root, and move the main app to /app, and let's just hit enter. Alright, so this right here is the basic landing page that the AI has created for us. So it says try now, and we have a login button to the top, a couple of cards, and also a footer. And if I click on this try now option, it will take me to the AI content detector history page, and pretty much everything works as expected. And we also have a nice subtle, lifting kind of animation. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up the entire build for the application. And if you want to add any more feature, you can just go ahead and ask the AI to do the same, and the AI will go ahead and reiterate and add all that features. For example, let's say you want to implement memberships or subscriptions using Stripe or any other complicated features, or maybe a rich text editor. You can do all of that using the AI platform that is lovable.dev. And to incorporate any such AI features into your app, you can go ahead and use this API right here. All of these APIs, you can start using it in a single click. And if you're unable to find any APIs for your use case in here, you can go ahead and create a custom workflow and start using it as well. And again, they have some upcoming features as well. It says fine tuning, where you can go ahead and fine tune a model and start using it as well. So there's a lot of cool features within Aiden AI. And to use the same, all you gotta do is to click the first link in the description below and sign up for a Aiden AI account, and you can start using the same. So that's pretty much all I wanted to show you in this video. So this is how simple it is to create a full stack AI application with databases, authentication, front end, back end, and all that cool stuff. I hope you guys found this video useful. If yes, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.